With over 10 years experience shooting pets in all different types of situations, Zhang Tianhang has learned a lot of valuable lessons to help you capture perfect moments of your favorite animal. There are so many ways to have fun with pet photography. Catching animals in action, for example, by using a fast shutter speed is one way to create dynamic images. Zhang uses at least 1/500th of a second shutter speed, or faster, to freeze the motion. And because the Tamron 28-75 G2 has a wide f2.8 aperture, you can shoot the lens wide open to gain a faster shutter speed. The added benefit to using apertures like f2.8 is that it allows you to isolate the animal using the sharpness of the lens against the background, which then becomes softer. And if you use the longer focal length of the lens, like 75mm, that enhances the effect. In order to translate this connection in a photograph, one of the most important lessons is understanding the camera position. In order to get strong imagery, you often need to be at the level of the animal, and sometimes even lower. This gives the subject a lot more presence and makes the image more engaging. In order to get the most accuracy in your focus, set the focus mode of your camera to continuous, AFC mode. It tracks your subject as it's moving. The Tamron 28-75 G2 has a VXD focusing system that is not only quick, but it communicates with the camera perfectly. And it's also extremely quiet, which will not distract the animal when you're up close and personal. The background and surroundings of the animal can be another important element to the photograph. It can add color and context, which translates into a feeling for the viewer. Make sure that if you're using a busy background, you use a wide open aperture like f2.8, because this can blur the background and it won't distract from your subject. You should try and use as much natural light as possible. Natural light is essential to capturing great photos of pets because flash bursts can scare animals, ruining the shot and potentially the whole shoot if they're not able to calm down. If you have to shoot indoors, try to find a well-lit room with large windows so there's plenty of natural light. Animal behavior can be unpredictable, so it's always important to be ready to capture that moment. Animals are not always cooperative, which means that sometimes it requires that you are patient. Obviously, it depends on the animal. So understanding and anticipating animal behavior is key to be able to capture the moment. Especially with really active pets, often the best time to photograph them is after they're a little tired, like right after a walk. Sometimes adding a human element is also a nice touch, because after all, most owners love their pets. Photography should be fun, especially with pets. Getting an element of trust or being able to interact with them can often be challenging, but making that connection can make all of the difference. Sometimes you can have fun after the fact in Photoshop, playing with the scale of the animal and their human owners. It is just one more way to be creative and enjoy making unique images to evoke emotions in the viewer. Remember, at the end of the day, get down to your pet's level, use the proper settings, have a lens that's sharp and bright like the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 G2, and take your time. And don't forget to enjoy this precious time with your pet.